Thank you for being here. I wanted to do a quick review of a Dave Ramsey article that recently came out, 34 Ways to Make Extra Money. So I just wanted to run through. I'm not sure I'll touch on every single example that is given, but if some of them are either self-explanatory or I don't feel like really are worthy of touching on, then I'll just pass over those. So the first one, and I believe this article was actually written by George Kamel, which is one of the Dave Ramsey personalities, but it came out under Dave Ramsey's from his organization. So the first way to make extra money online, and this is online or from home, tutoring. So there's tutoring online. There's a couple of websites that mentions tutor.com, TutorMe, StudyPool. So this is a way, that even somebody who has disabilities could, make money online being a tutor. So something to be mindful of. If there's something that you're really good at, like crocheting, or maybe you know how to earn money online doing something else, you could share that in the form of tutoring, or even music lessons, which that also may come up later. Becoming a user experience tester. I don't have much experience with this, but sounds like it could be an interesting way. Not sure that you could make a lot of money this way, but if you're not looking for a lot, could be, and you enjoy interacting with people, then that might be a good option. And taking surveys, I would never do this myself. I would not get through probably more than 2 or 3. Get cash back from apps. Again, this is something you can do, but you're probably not going to make a lot of money doing that. Teaching English. Wow, this is an interesting one. Certainly with our current conditions in the United States, there are more and more people who are here and English is not their first language. So I would think that would be one that would really be worth looking into. Get paid for your creative skills. So there's a website mentioned here, Fiverr, Fiverr.com. It's Fiverr.com. If you can do graphic design work, if you can do voiceover work, they also list here writing and editing. This is an easy way to pick up some additional money from home. And my advice, if you want to do this, is to start with a low price point and get several reviews, like maybe, a dozen good reviews, and then start bumping your price up gradually. So it's not none of these are going to be get rich quick, but if you're looking to add to your income and you don't want to leave home, or you have small children at home, or you have other reasons that you want to stay home, that one is definitely a good option. Writing, editing, graphic design, and voiceover work. And I believe there's some other options you can check out if you go to their website. Offer your services as a virtual assistant. So there's a couple of websites there that are listed, Upwork and Zirtual. So like virtual, but with a Z, Zirtual. Those are not as easy in my experience, my limited experience, but I'm sure once you get started, if you have some good administrative skills, that probably would, over time, generate reasonable income. Become an influencer. So that's something, if you are very gregarious and you have you have a very creative personality where you can come up with a lot of content and whatnot, becoming an influencer is a good idea. You have to have the personality for it, I would say, and you have to be disciplined. It requires, I think, a very disciplined, consistent posting of information. And it has listed in there Share a Sale, which I haven't heard of, and Amazon Associates. So if there's some of these that I haven't heard of that you know about and you've had good experiences with, or even the ones I know about, if you've had good experiences, please post those in the comments, share with everyone else. Becoming a social media manager. So you can help other companies manage their social media content. All right, the number 10 is get paid for your photos. There's a website called FOAP, like soap, but starts with an F. You can get paid for your photos. If you like taking photos and you're good at it, that would be a way. That's also one that you could still do from home. All right, these next few are not from home, but they are side jobs, and still offer a good amount of flexibility. So drive for Uber or Lyft. Don't think we need to discuss that further. Obviously, the big downside with that one and this one, next one, which is a food delivery driver, is wear and tear on your car. So that's the biggest downside with those. But if you like to, like I like to listen to podcasts, and I'm constantly reading and learning, it offers that flexibility, and that you'd be able to do that while you're in the car going from place to place. Join a focus group. Love sharing your opinion. Why not get paid for it? And join a focus group. That sounds interesting. I've never done that, but that might be worth. This one goes in line with the other two, deliver groceries. So Instacart or Shipt. HEB is also pays people to be delivery drivers, and they have great benefits. So if you live where there's an HEB, if you don't know what that is, you probably don't have one near you. But if you do, they're a great place to work if you're looking for benefits and things like that. Babysitting. That's funny. I've actually been thinking about this one myself. There's a couple of websites mentioned here, Sitter City or care.com. I've thought about offering last minute care for infants. I love babies, and I actually wanted to volunteer at church in the nursery, but they already have too many people. So that's an option. Pet sitting is another one. It's not going to be something you can, I mean, maybe you might be able to, you could offer those services and just say, I'm only going to do it in my home if you have a situation that you need to be home. But obviously that'll limit the number of people who want to use your service. Advertise on your car. The app or maybe website, Rapid, Rapify, WRAPIFY. They'll pay you to wrap your car with their advertisement and drive it around. And they pay $200 to $400 a month. That's pretty good to cover your car insurance, and maybe a little bit more depending on how many people you have in your family. Do tasks for people. TaskRabbit. Oh, I kind of like this one. Quick fix jobs. I knew about it for that, but it also says running errands. So that one might be worth looking at. Deliver for Amazon. It looks like you can do Amazon Flex, so you can pick your schedule when you want to do delivery as much as you want. So that offers some flexibility. Again, wear and tear on your car. Turn your commute into cash. You can get paid to drive and deliver something basically on a trip you're already going. So let's say you're already planning a trip from, I live in Texas, from Austin to Dallas. If somebody else wants to send something from Austin to Dallas, but they don't want to pay shipping fees, they could hire you to deliver it, or a person as well. It could be a package, could be a person or a pet. That's interesting. Become a photographer. That's kind of self-explanatory. If you love weddings, you could do weddings. There's certainly a high demand for that in a lot of areas. Take up car washing, detailing. This works as long as you're not in an area where they're experiencing drought like we are, and you can't use water. I know there are mobile detailers who can offer detailing without water. I don't know details about that, but if you're interested in it, that's something you're interested in, you could check that out. Become a financial coach. You can join Dave Ramsey's team. I'm a Dave Ramsey preferred coach. I hire out at a certain hourly rate, and teach Financial Peace University, and do some free workshops, that then, leads to clients. So you could do that as well. Start a blog. So if you're a writer, then starting a blog might be a great idea for you. I'm not a writer, so I would never do that. Start your own online business. So some examples they list here are Etsy, selling things with Amazon. So if you have something that you are already selling, like maybe you like thrifting. If you're someone who likes to go and shop at thrift stores and you want to turn that into a business, you can find things at the thrift store, resell it online, like on eBay or Etsy, and earn income doing that. That's a great way. A lot of people make a lot of money. I read a book about a man who did that with shoes. He started up a side hustle selling shoes for the purpose of sending his daughter to college, and was able to do so. Send her to college, no debt, paid for it all. Rent your home out. You can rent your home out as the Airbnb, or you can rent out to like traveling nurses. I have a friend who's doing that right now. I have a couple of friends who did that. And if you are if you're single and you have an extra bedroom, or maybe even if you're in a family and you need the extra income, if you're willing to be flexible with your space, you can rent out a room in your home, or the whole thing. If you have somewhere you could go for the weekend, you could rent it out for the whole weekend. I'm going to stop here. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to doing this again.